Yo, what's up exiles, and welcome back for another build guide video. Today we're back to update you on StarCaller. We got the gem, and as you can see right there, we got the gem, and lots of changes, way different from what we were expecting. We thought it was going to be a spell. Everybody assumed it was going to be a spell. It's not a spell. Okay, it's an attack. That should be a big surprise to you. It fires 22 projectiles, and it's CDR times 0.15. It also doesn't seem to have the AoE tag, and more importantly, it doesn't seem to have any base damage. It's going to change our build quite a lot, and I'm here today to share those changes with you. Yeah. First of all, first changes coming up. We ended up going to the right side of the tree here. Because it's a projectile, we really want the multi-shot. Give it +1 proj. And I didn't think it didn't seem right to anoint this for a few reasons, but I'll spare you guys the time of explaining that. But anyways, we ended up going along the right side of the tree, and the result of that is we end up grabbing Masterful Form instead. So we're dropping Impact and running Masterful Form. If you're on softcore, you can probably still run Impact for that juicy AoE. You can really run anything you want on softcore as far as Ascendancy goes. But yeah, so we go to the right side of the tree. We swapped to Frenzy Charges. It's going to be like a 15 to 20 point respec for you if you had everything on the right side, on the left side, I mean. But yeah, so Masterful Form, so it having no base damage is a big game changer. We really needed to find a way to give it base. So all the links changed. Wait, get rid of inspiration. There we go. All the links changed. Ignore conc effect here. I'm gonna need to test conc effect in game myself to see if it actually doesn't scale the damage. Because if this isn't giving us area damage, then we just can't run it. I mean, unless it's giving us overlap as well. So that's something else I'm gonna have to check. I'm in hardcore trade, and I don't have the axe yet. And not a single axe exists on hardcore yet. So it's not even an option for me to test it out yet. And my build's not quite there yet to run the new boss. So anyways, yeah, so we have different links here. Most notably, we're trying to get more flat damage, added lightning, at Ice Bite. Also, in auras, we're running Wrath now. We're not running Hatred. Since it doesn't have base Fizz, there's no reason for us to run Hatred. Okay, so we run Anger and Wrath instead. You also might want to look for, if you get either Anger or Wrath on your mercenary, then you can run the other one. So like eventually, I mean, ideally you'd want to have both. That'd be cool. But it's looking like we're able to get some decent damage here. 30,000 per proc. You get 6 per second. So that's like better damage than what we had before. I had some people in chat saying that the axe is EDPS, so I'm trying to fix that. Trying to improve it. We're also going to be running Smite now. We're just a one socket thing. Literally just on bosses, you're just going to tap it with Smite with more duration on it, and it's going to give you a bunch of flat added lightning for that duration, for a set duration, about 6 seconds. Will be the buff to all your skills. It'll give you extra lightning. Also, the cluster we're running, we changed the cluster we're running. So before we were running a physical damage clusters, we were assuming it was going to be a fizz spell. It's an attack, so we can literally just run the attack damage cluster, which is way better for us in every way. This one, the cluster is pretty lenient, so you can run literally anything on here. I recommend trying to get Feed the Fury. The other 2 mods don't matter. So you just need a 3 mod with Feed the Fury, and you want Feed the Fury to be in one of these front 2 nodes. Also, we dropped a cluster. We had to drop a lot of points to get this to work, and the result of that is losing a cluster. It is okay. Have no fear. I am here. Also, another thing is in PoB, it's looking like, now this is not confirmed yet, I have to test this for myself, but it looks like StarCaller doesn't get any base crit. And if that's the case, it might change the build slightly. I mean, I have been changing the build around slightly to deal with that. We're not running crit damage anymore. Where is it? Here we go. We're not running crit damage anymore. So we're really, but getting increased critical strikes is still worth it for the damage. But yeah, you're just not going to be getting close to 100% crits anymore on Starfall. That's kind of bad news, but we're actually not sure. We're not sure, but it might get, so I think it should be getting the base crit from the Slayer Ascendancy. It's actually, wait, sorry, it's not 0 crit. It has a base crit of 2, not 0. I misspoke earlier. So I'm adding 6 here to account for that. So if it is getting the Slayer crit, which it should be, I don't see why it wouldn't be. So we can go look at the Slayer crit wording. It says base crit for attacks with weapons is 8%. It's an attack. Maybe it's just not an attack with a weapon, I guess. If it's not, that changes a few things. I'm very disappointed if it doesn't work. It should have worked like it's an attack, you know. But I guess if it's not attacking with a weapon, I guess that's why. But that being said, it does change our links a little bit, and yeah. You'll want to be looking out for gear for your mercenary that gives you flat elemental damage, and there's a bunch of items that do that. You can look into the recommended mercenary item. This is not the video for that. I might consider putting out a mercenary guide in the future. We're not going to be doing that today. Also, your anoint changed. So I'm going to recommend anointing frenetic. I actually didn't add that to the POB. Oh my god. So your anoint changes. Let me just very quickly do that. If you're on hardcore. If you're not on hardcore, you can literally anoint whatever you want. But I definitely recommend frenetic here. But yeah, I updated all the other trees as well as best as I could. There might be some slight discrepancies here and there, but the trees changed a little bit. So the level 88 tree right here is actually what my build is currently in game. And I will actually show you the current performance of Cyclone in game after this. We're almost done with the PoB segment, I think. I think I've covered most of the changes. Let me go over some tree changes as well. So in CoC, cast on crit, since it's a projectile, we get to use lethality. Okay, they give you a bunch of crit chance for Starfall. Pretty cool. It's a nice cluster here for us. We're also grabbing more prod speed, and also we're grabbing prod speed here. I'm going to see how that feels. In the video, it looked like the Starfall projectiles were falling pretty slowly. So I'm going to try adding prod speed to the build and see how it feels. See if it really improves it or not. If not, we obviously don't run this or this, but that's yet to be seen. If you're on softcore and you have the axe right now, let me know in the comments down below how that feels for you. Okay, prod speed. Okay, yeah, that's like the main changes, I'd say. We end up with about the same amount of life. I did swap from the endurance charge side to the frenzy charge side. It gives us movement speed. 14% movement speed's a really big deal in Cyclone. And if you have the anoint, it's 16%, not 14% movement speed. So, and then it just gives the damage, attack speed, and whatnot. Yeah, these we were really just grabbing this so that we could grab the charge mastery anyway. So that also changed. I'll bring your attention to that. And that's mainly it. I would say. I will probably forget something, and or you know, there will be more changes to this PoB. This cast on crit version is a rough draft, but because of these changes, I really needed to get a build update out to you guys as soon as I could. Yeah, it was just imperative that I released a new video, even though that I don't have the axe yet, unfortunately. I still had to release an update for this because it was pretty much build breaking, having the new StarCaller info, this stuff. Once again, there it is. No base damage, a bunch of projectiles. Yeah, so it changed a lot of things, and I feel like this is absolutely necessary. I will absolutely do another build guide update once I get the axe. So I'm sure once I get the axe, I'll be able to min-max this further. Because I just have to see how it feels, honestly. I mean, I really have to see how it feels. I have to see if there's any way I can get some overlap on the projectiles and whatnot. I need to see if this... So adding all this base fizz should be... I mean, base elemental damage should be very helpful. Also, on the rings, I added base elemental, LE to attacks, which will buff it. You'll want to look for LE to attacks instead of fizz. You obviously don't need tier 1 of both, okay? Or either one for that matter. I'm just showing you that you'd probably want lightning or cold to attacks on your rings and your amulet. Okay, that'll help you scale it, getting more base flat damage. Yeah, that's about it here. Everything else is pretty close to the same. You know, we have the StarCaller axe in game as well. So also, just if you're trying to navigate the PoB, to change the links for the StarCaller, you have to go through here. If you go through Starfall here, it won't let you change the links at all. So there's like a secondary setup over here. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I think that will conclude the PoB segment. Let me very quickly give you an update on the build in game. Let me get rid of this. Let's pause this music. Let's turn on the audio for the game. So this is going to be identical to the tree that you're going to have in PoB that says level 88 pre-crit. So this is right before you swap to crit and get your Uber Lab. That's where I am in progression right now. I'm very close to getting my Uber Lab and swapping to the crit version. Okay. But this is where I'm at. As you can see, it's performing very well, and I will do a quick map for you guys so you guys can see how it looks in terms of AoE and whatnot. And I might not even do the whole video, the whole map for the video or not. I'm not sure. We'll see how the density is of the map and whatnot, or if it's you know, what's going on here? Okay, sorry, I was just making sure I had auras up and I was pressing the wrong button. There we go. We don't have that great of an axe or great of gear for that matter, but as you can see, we're clearing just fine, quite fast. See what he has for us. 2C plus he is a flicker striker. We could kill him. Okay, we have to kill him. We actually have to. Let's double check. He's flicker strike with impale, multi-strike, melee fizz, and brutality. This was not planned for part of the video. I was totally gonna skip this guy, but yeah, I should be able to kill this guy, no problem. Let's do it. Take item. We need those gloves. Make sure you have endurance charges up when you're fighting these guys, always. There we go. And he goes down. He gives me his gloves. Very nice. Yeah, the density is not that great on this map, but we are going to clear it anyways. We're still self-casting vulnerability. Very sad. Very soon we're going to be on Sniper's Mark, cast on hit, or curse on hit, which will be very nice. It'll be a welcome change. I just had to check. I've been playing PoE for so many years, I don't even mean to full clear zone sometimes. I'm just like, oh, there's a part of the map overlay that I haven't explored yet. Let me go over there. And I just do it. I just wander over there. Like right now, I can't even help it. I have to check that. You know what I'm saying? Some of you will understand. Some of you will be OCD and you have to paint the entire map, you know? Yeah, give me some rewards, please. It's looking like it's about it. Our flasks are down, but we're doing okay. All right, very good. I know this is kind of with the shrine. I guess I could delete it. There you go. Very good, very good. Okay, give me the... Very good, very good. All right. As you can see, build is working, it's functional. Single target isn't the highest, but it's passable. It's passable. So if you liked the video, let me know in the comments down below. If you hated the video, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, that's the video. That's the build guide update. Also, if you haven't seen the combo, I really love this helmet with the Harbinger eyes. You can't do it on PoE 2, but we can on PoE 1. We don't have the Harbinger eyes on PoE 2 yet. Now that probably nobody cares. Nobody cares about the MTX. I do. Damn it. I do. So yeah, that's the build. A lot of changes are happening due to how Starfall is scaling. This is expected. I told you things were going to change, and they did. This is now what I would consider the best version of the build that I could come up with in a day. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna head out of here, and I'm gonna go back to mapping. I need to hit level 90 soon here. We're hitting level 90 tonight. So day 3 update is done. We have the update for the POB, you know. I hope that you guys on softcore get to try this POB out. There's a new version of it, and I hope it works well for you. I hope you feel the damage difference. You definitely should, because before we were assuming it had base damage. So it's literally, if you were using Starfall with the old setup that I recommended, you're doing literally 0 damage. We have to invite this guy. Yeah, and the old links, the old 6 link or six sockets I gave you for the weapon, you would have been doing 0 damage, because I had assumed you would have had base damage from the weapon, but you don't. So yeah, very important that you see this video, you see these changes. I hope that this message finds you. I hope that your league start's been going well, and I hope that this build treats you well. I hope that this build turns out well for you. Just one disclaimer, this is not going to be a single target build. This is not going to be what you kill your Ubers with. You should be able to get your 4 stones with it, but damage-wise, you should not be expecting to kill Ubers. If you want to kill Ubers, you should look for a build that does really high single target damage. This is a build for clearing. I would consider this like a clear speed skill, you know, clear speed build. So make sure, if you're listening to this, you know, keep that in mind. Yeah. But yeah, the Smite also should help with your single target as well. Yeah. If it's really bad, I may end up for the next version, I may end up like weapon swapping, like have like I don't know, like it's series disfavor or something in your offhand, and you just run like some sort of slam with it, you know, just weapon swap, slam, and then weapon swap back for bosses maybe. I'm not sure how all that will work, but we're coming up on 20 minutes for the video. I really just want to produce a update for you guys, and I've done so. So, cheers, Exiles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, follow, and follow my Twitch if you want to support me. Okay? Cheers, Exiles. Cheers. Thanks for watching.